video of our Quackcast number 259. I'm Ozone Ocean. There's Pitface, there's Tantz, and there is Multibanes. Hello, Multibanes.
Hello.
Hello, 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 hello.
Sounds delicious.
Everything's coming up video.
And we get the reference now.
Yay, everyone gets it.
Yay. Hi, Tantz. Hi, Pits. So we're talking about crowd scenes, techniques for crowds. All right, who wants to go first? The Multibanes?
Always put more than one person in your crowd scene.
That's a good idea. That's smart.
Yeah.
That's
all I've learned so far. I'm not a great artist, but I figured that out.
By copying and pasting them. That's the way we should all do it.
Yes. I like a little soft focus. It hides some of my artistic flaws, cuts down on the work. Although the more detail you have in your drawing, even if you use the soft focus thing, the better. Then the soft focus looks more legit. You know?
Oh, good.
But I like that effect. And then maybe, we talked about in the long podcast that you can have layers behind that with less and less detail.
Yes. Fade it out until there's just nothing. But it adds depth. All right, Pitt, how do you approach crowd scenes? What's your advice?
Drunk. Very drunk. So you don't care about them. And then just do it. Just do it.
So you jump right in. Don't even think about it.
Well, sometimes I think about it too much, and that's why it takes 20 million years to do some of the pages. But, just sit down, get it done little by little. Or you can, instead of drawing out every single face, you can suggest the crowd's there. Which is what you guys were talking about, basically. Or just make it something you're interested in if you can. So
that's good advice. Zombies.
Yeah.
Dead bodies. All right. So, Tantz, what's your advice for crowd scenes?
Well, start with more detail, like in the front rows, and use your crowd as people that actually have little backstories, and that will help you make people have more postures that are natural and that make more sense, that is more logical. And then as you go further back, remove detail until you have like shadowy suggestions of people in the crowd.
Yeah, makes it seem bigger and sort of wider, so more things going on and less work for the creator.
Yeah, and also consider that the crowd reacts to the same stimuli often, so have them actually respond to the same stimuli if there is good enough reason for a crowd to act as a unit.
Like a concert or a demonstration,
exactly.
something like that. Yeah, someone doing a speech, that kind of stuff. So
your character being oppressed by an angry mob is a different thing than sort of trying to show your characters in a crowded shopping mall or park or whatever, restaurant. So
yeah, context is everything. Good advice. All right, and my thing was crowds are really, really boring to draw. So cameos make it fun. If you're doing a little crowd of people, less intimate crowd, you could do your friends' characters and sort of have fun with it. So that's my advice. Try and work it out in some way that makes it more enjoyable to draw if you're having to do a whole bunch of people, because I find creating generic people really boring and just awful to do.
Who doesn't, man?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just. Ugh. I mean, sometimes you can create really interesting one-off characters doing that because there's no pressure. You don't have to create a character, so you think, I might as well just experiment here and sort of go free. But most of the time you don't, because you just want to get it finished. And if you do that, then you have to create a new character there, and you have to put 10 times as much work to create these people. That said, there are some magnificent artists like Mobius and Brains. You mentioned some people.
This guy George Perez, very good at crowd scenes.
Yeah, these people, and the guy who does Where's Waldo, stuff like that. Where every single thing will be like from a high. The crowd will be drawn from a high angle. Everyone will be detailed as anything in perspective. Every single person will be drawn, and they'll all be doing like different stories and interactions with each other. And you can look at it for hours and see new stuff. So those people are just amazing. But you couldn't do that for a comic page normally, really.
Sometimes you could, but I mean, yeah, like a lot of the time, maybe it depends on context, like you guys were saying, like, yeah, it depends what you want. If you don't want the crowd to be distracting, then you just have to sort of give an overall impression of crowdedness or an overall impression of whatever the emotion is. And on the longer Quackcast, we have, from various people, we have suggestions of how to, like, suggest a crowd without having to draw everything.
Yeah. But you also don't want to make yourself to spend, I don't know, 50 hours on a page?
Yeah, sometimes it's impossible for that reason, and also, for the reasons of it might not be the effect that serves you the best or whatever. But yeah, for sure, it'd be impossible to do an entire comic of full crowd scenes.
That would be fantastic.
It'd be pretty incredible, though. Yeah.
It challenged somebody. Somebody can do it. Somebody could do it and make it awesome. I'm sure of it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, totally, man. Release an issue every 4 years or something.
Yeah, 5-page comic. Oh god.
Wow.
There actually are books where it's just like that. Almost every page is a crowd scene. Like special, obviously, Where's Waldo, but there are other sort of similar things to that. But they are one-offs. Yeah, so those are amazing. Okay, so thanks guys for being part of Quackcast number 259, Crowds. You've been a great crowd of people.
Send in the crowds. There's our title.
A crowd I'd like to be part of anytime. All right.
Hey, me too.